Happy Tuesday and good morning on TV with Luann and Tim, and you caved. I can't believe you caved already. You're getting another cleaning lady.
No, not another. I'm getting her back.
Shame on you.
Well,
what happened?
Okay, so
you have yourself to take care of.
You know that Keith went away.
Yeah.
He was gone for 15 and a half weeks, and I just found that it was overwhelming. See.
To what? Take care of yourself?
Outside and inside. He always took care of the outside of the property, and I always took care of the inside. But now that he's been gone, I got so caught up in, I haven't been doing a good job of maintaining my house, and it depresses me. No, I get emotionally depressed looking at a dirty house.
You know what? I'm the same. I'm the inside gal, and Jim's the outside guy.
So I just decided that, and it's Keith's mother actually. Well, that's what she does for a living. She's actually a professional cleaner. She does office buildings and.
But if you have a complaint, if she cleans and you see a hair in the sink, you call her up and say, "Listen."
No, I talk to Keith and say, "Tell your mother."
Tell your mother to clean it properly. We're paying good money for this.
There was a hair in my sink. No, no, she's fantastic. But she, I mean, for a while there, financially we couldn't do it either.
You're so lame.
I know. So now, okay, so he just finished all this work and he's going back to work again on Letterkenny. So we're in a position now. So I was like, Carmen, I need you to come back because I can't even take my house right now.
And it does. I'm a little bit of a no CD person.
We have 3 dogs.
Yeah, well.
And one of them is a husky. So I have hardwood floors, but it looks like carpeting half the time.
You come to work with slippers on, I know.
We take her to the groomer and they say, okay, we have 2 garbage bags. We could make another Anika and another, like a baby Anika. Like, that's how much hair comes off this thing.
This thing.
She's not my dog, she's his dog. My dogs don't shed.
You know what I wanted to talk about yesterday?
No,
totally forgot. Roseanne. I feel so bad for Roseanne.
Come on, you do not.
I feel so heartbroken for Roseanne.
You're being sarcastic
She made such a bad mistake, and it was the first time she ever misspoke. And you know.
Yeah, cry me a river to your mansion.
Oh my goodness.
On your farm and wherever.
She just happened to have lost everything this time and told her rabbi in an interview. I didn't know he was a broadcasting rabbi. Who knew? He's multi-talented. So yeah, she said, you know, I know what I did and I know what I did is wrong. And she cried and he said, do you understand the repercussions? And she said, I'm ready for whatever God has to give me so that I can learn the lesson.
And what's God?
Because I lost everything.
I'm just happy that everybody else got work back.
Me too. Yes.
That was the big thing, was what did they do that they deserve to have their series canceled?
And she signed off. Like, I guess she sort of had a creative director kind of situation there because it was her show. But she gave that up, no financial,
oh, look, there
no
she
nothing.
Is. Mike brought a picture of her. She was happy then.
Yes, she was. That's when she was nice for a minute. Back in 1942.
No. So she's crying in the sink now.
Yeah, she's crying in the sink. Don't you feel bad for her?
Not a bit.
No, I'm happy for the crew though, and the
crew
cast,
and the cast.
like you said, yeah.
Well, I
wonder how they're going to kill her off.
It just goes to show you, Luann, everybody's replaceable, and remember that.
Okay.
It could be mornings with Tim and somebody else.
Mornings just with Tim. Myself and
just Tim. Yeah. Totally Tim.
So Roseanne, do you think they're going to have her just walk away from the family?
No, they got to kill her off. So
they're going to give her a heart attack?
Well, one of our morning guest friends this morning suggested that perhaps it would be an opioid crisis.
That would be awesome.
Because she's been taking a lot of medication on the series. She's been taking painkillers for her bad knee.
Oh, I didn't realize.
Hips, I forget anyway.
So she could be addicted.
I think that was a storyline they were pursuing. So
I think she's a junkie.
Well, then she should get help.
And she's a mouthy junkie at that.
Yeah. What's going on today?
What's happening with you today? You have a guest.
I do. I have several guests.
Guests?
Yes, I have Nicole Dybel here from Gore Street Cafe, and I was sort of sad to hear that the Gore Street Cafe is closing, but that's okay. You know what? Nicole Dybel is not going away. She's got her finger in all kinds of pots around town, and so we're going to hear about. But they're going to have a huge party. A closing party.
Right on.
Tomorrow.
What I noticed about
tomorrow evening.
What I noticed about the Gore Street Cafe social media, she was awesome
Yes.
at, you know, just daily saying, this is happening tonight, so-and-so is playing this evening, or come and have lunch.
Yes.
Like, it was awesome.
Yes, and you know what else? I personally believe that the Gore Street Cafe was greatly responsible for the revitalization of Gore Street. It brought people there. It became a hub again.
Yes.
And it was cultural, and it was fun, and it was entertaining, and it was multi-purpose, and I just thought it was a great venture.
My son comes home from downtown Toronto, and he goes to the Gore Street Cafe. He was devastated that it's closing.
Well, let's find out what else is in store for us.
Yes, because she's got plans.
She got some plans.
Yeah.
And then who else? Oh, the Art Gallery of Algoma is here today. Yasmina Jovanovic. That's a great name, isn't it? I just like Yasmina. Yasmina's
You have
here.
to do a character called Yasmina Jovanovic.
Oh, no, you know what? We've already talked about it. Yasmina and I are going to dress up as the Gore sisters.
Okay.
She's going to be Jaja, I'm going to be Ava. You want to be Magda?
There was another one?
There was another one. She was.
Why do I have to be the quiet one? How come I can't be a popular one?
She wasn't quiet. She was just untalented. So anyway.
I could do that.
Okay, you know what? It's a good thing I turned my phone off, because right now it is actually humming in my pants. Well, either that or someone's happy to see me. So listen, stay with us on Mornings with Luann and Tim, and we're going to be right back.
Please stay with us.
Don't go anywhere, because it just gets better than this. It can't get any worse. We'll see you
We'll
after
be
this
right back.
message.
Here's
Welcome back to Mornings with Luann and Tim, and Nicole Dybel's with me here in the studio this morning. Thanks for coming in so early.
My pleasure.
Nice to meet you. We never really have met before, have we?
Maybe in passing.
Just in passing a couple times. So I was asking you, you're not originally from the Sioux, you came from Southern Ontario?
Yeah, I moved here from Toronto about just over 4 years ago.
Wow, only 4 years ago, and you've made a major impact in our community already. That's pretty cool. You came to study here originally at Algoma U, is that right?
Yeah, I was in the Community Economic and Social Development program at Algoma.
Wow, and so just got up here and decided you liked the vibe, or what?
Yeah, I like it quite a bit up here.
And entrepreneurially speaking, had you had a business of your own before, or no? This was the first venture for you.
This is the first one.
Were there any resources you used to get started, or was this just you renting a space and getting going, or did you know what I mean?
Well, renting a space and getting going. I had a lot of support through the university. I also contacted the Community Development Corporation.
Oh, you did?
Helped me with a bunch of stuff that I didn't know. I had questions when I first opened, so
they were helpful.
They were helpful.
And so you've been at the location now for
3.5 years.
3.5 years. So what was the concept originally? Was it? Tell me about your idea that you had and what became the Gore Street Cafe.
Yeah. So it was a way for me and my partner at the time to have jobs.
Yes. Well, that's
and
a great idea. If you can't find work, create it.
Yeah, exactly. And so we lived in the neighborhood, and a space came up, and it was in front of the laundromat that we went to. So it was convenient. We could do our laundry and run our space. But but the main idea was to help make wholesome local food more accessible in downtown Sault Ste. Marie.
That was a real focus of yours, was to keep it local and fresh.
Yeah.
And I was asking you about the Jane's Walk thing. This is sort of off topic right now, but this fascinated me. That you and what's her name, McMillan? Sorry,
Elizabeth
McMillan. And who was the gentleman?
Don McGorman.
Don McGorman. So this is about food security, and you guys did a Jane's Walk, which means they take you on a guided walk of a neighborhood. Mm-hmm. And this was all based on a woman from Toronto, right? Jane, was that?
Who worked in Toronto, Jane
Worked
Jacobs.
in Toronto. And it was all about city planning and just getting to know your environment and sharing stories and history and all that kind of stuff. So, and your walk was about food downtown?
Yep.
And so as you walked, you talked about food security and about I think that's fascinating. And you had a great turnout, didn't you? You had like 20, 30 people following you around?
Yeah, it was wonderful. It was the second year that we'd done that walk.
I would do it with you next year. I didn't know. I just learned about the Jane's Walk since I got this job. That's one of the great things about this job is I hear about all these cool things that happen that I didn't know about. So we're trying to bring more of that to the community through ONNtv. So, all right. So anyway, let's get back to it. So you wanted to have this, and it was like a shared space, right? I mean, the idea was that it would be not just for food service, but also
Well, yeah. In addition to the main focus of helping make good food more accessible, we wanted to create an inclusive community space, focusing on arts and culture and social justice, and really anything the community wanted to see, sort of building social capital and creating stronger community networks and things like that, collaborating with people.
And it went well, obviously.
Yeah, it's gone really well.
You made a lot of connections in this city in the arts community.
It's been wonderful.
You showcased a lot of graphic artists and visual artists. You had open mic nights on a regular basis. Gave musicians a chance, spoken word stuff.
Yeah. Every Tuesday we've had an open mic for the last few years.
So now, do you think there's going to be a bit of a void, or are you hoping that someone's going to pick up where you left off, or are you still going to be involved in the community in that regard and promoting these kinds of things?
I'm still going to be doing a few different things.
Are you?
Yeah.
Okay, well listen, you know what, let's take a commercial.
Sure.
We're going to keep you in suspense. We're going to take a commercial break and come back with Nicole Dibble to hear about not only what's next for her, but we want to get to the big celebration, what's going on tomorrow night at the Gore Street Cafe.
Sounds good.
Okay, so stay with us. We'll be back with more Mornings with Luann and Tim right after this. So Nicole, you and I both have a background in food service. Because I was an actor for so many years in Toronto, I spent most of my career as a waiter, bartender. And I did work here in Sault Ste. Marie as well. I worked with Rosetta Socoli at Timely Manor, and my family is Bar Sandy's restaurant at Rue River. So I have always appreciated that when restaurants offer really fresh and local fare. I know that Rosetta regularly had people showing up at her door with fresh produce. I know, like for instance, my brother-in-law at the golf course, he deals with the First Nations people for the whitefish and the pickerel. Who did you work with? What kind of vendors? Who offered you support when it came to providing food locally?
A bunch.
A bunch?
Yeah. I worked, or I would go to Mill Market pretty much every week to pick up most of my groceries.
Because they're there Wednesdays and Saturdays, right?
Wednesdays and Saturdays.
Right.
So some of my major suppliers were Colholm Farms, Sunny Nook Farms, who I'm actually farming with a bit now.
Are you?
Yeah, which is pretty great.
So what, they give you a little area to work? Or
I'm just going out and helping out once a week and
right on.
Pulling weeds and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Also Jardin Farms, The Plant Farmer.
Wow.
I've got stuff from Stillcroft Bakehouse, who's bake bread on St. Joe's Island. I get all my coffee and tea from St. Joe's Coffee Roasters.
The coffee roasters, right.
Egwa Fishery provides most of the fish that I use. I use Pinokian Hills meat on a fairly regular basis too.
And there are, now talking about your future, you were telling me that you're going to be doing some stuff down at Cafe Natura in the future?
Yeah, so Sundays in July I'll be running brunches there. There'll be ticketed events where people have to buy tickets in advance, but I'll be providing more information online through Gore Street Cafe Facebook and stuff in the next week or so.
And Cafe Natura is another local restaurant that really focuses on homegrown, local, fresh produce.
Yeah, they do a great job of that.
Keep it all local, keep it in the economy here, right? Support.
The owner, Kelly Burton, has been very supportive. I actually did an internship with her, and I used to work at the cafe too. So.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
So that's going to be the Sundays on a regular basis?
For July to start out, and possibly for the rest of summer.
Okay, so you're going to try it out for July?
Yeah.
I'll be down. I love a good fresh brunch.
I can provide it.
Right on. Where else are you planning on? You said you were going to be also getting involved with some other local businesses.
Yeah. So I'm continuing to book events, various live music and community arts events through. I'm calling the new events promotion outfit Dryer Fire.
Dryer Fire?
Dryer Fire.
Like what happens when you have too much lint in your dryer?
Yeah. It's just kind of like a nod to me running out of a laundromat for a while.
Okay, now see, 2 and 2 makes 4.
Leaving the laundromat.
What happens to the laundromat?
The laundromat will continue to run.
Okay.
I actually didn't have any part in that.
So Dryer Fire is going to be. So are you going to be like an agent kind of thing?
I'm booking events at various places around the city. Right now, I have a few events booked at Outspoken Brewing.
Oh, right. Yes, you mentioned that. That's what a cool setup that is. Now, if anybody hasn't been down there yet, this is a great time of year to check this out. Outspoken Brewery on Queen Street, which is right on the alleyway there between Queen and King Street. that alley that connects them by the John Howard Society. They built a patio outside Outspoken Brewery. It's in the shade. It's great.
Yeah, it's really nice.
And they're serving food from
Shabby Motley.
Shabby Motley. And you're also getting involved there, right?
I'm also working there a bit and be probably booking a few events here and there as well.
I'm going to have, I just told you before we went on air, I got their business card because I want to have them on air because I think that place is fantastic. I love everything that happens in there. Their home-baked food's amazing. Sandwiches are great.
Very good.
And great beverages. And now they're running the airport too, which that's fantastic as well. Because have you been out there to see what they've done?
I haven't yet. No.
Oh, Nicole. Not only do they have the great food there, but they've changed that whole dining area into like another Shabby Motley where they've got stuff on display and artisans stuff and jewelry and it's so great. It's like a little artsy gift shop restaurant in the airport. I love it. Anyway, now we better talk about this closing party. Come on my show, we'll talk about everything except your party.
That's good.
It's tomorrow night.
Yeah.
Okay, at the Gore Street Cafe. 4 o'clock?
5. Doors around 5.
Doors open around 5. Okay,
Yeah,
so if you don't know where the Gore Street Cafe is, it's on Gore Street.
164 Gore Street.
There you go, near the north end. So what's going to happen? What's going on?
So there's 10 musical acts lined up.
10?
10. A whole lot. Mostly local. And
Yes.
then we have...
some of them have been regulars of yours?
most of them have been regulars, so...
Mr. Toddy, has he been around?
He has been around on and off. He was around a lot when we first opened.
I know, I hadn't seen his name locally in a while. It's like he's coming back.
Yeah, it's wonderful that he's going to play with
Can you
us
name
already.
some others off the top of your head?
Yeah, Jeff Hinnich.
Yeah.
Britta Wolfert.
Oh, Britta.
Yeah.
Great jazz and folksy, yeah. Okay, who else?
Mark Dunn, who performs under MD Dunn.
MD Dunn, yes. I went to school with his wife. Yes, Maria Perella Alaria. Yeah, yeah, he's a great guitar player, vocalist, yeah. Okay.
Jacob Coral.
Yes! Yeah. Another guitar singer, yeah?
Michaela Mertonen is also going to be...
Oh my... She's got an amazing voice!
Yeah.
Her mother sings too. I don't know if you know that or not.
I didn't know that.
Yes, her mother does too. Okay, who else? Anybody else?
Then
you got this band. Who's coming in?
Hanukkah, who's like a local hop artist.
Okay, so Hanukkah and DJ Seath.
And DJ Seath, yeah.
I work with them on this thing called You the Sioux, which is like a wee day kind of thing.
Yeah.
They opened it with her rapping and him, like he does real stuff on the turntable. He's fierce. That's so cool.
It's
okay,
a lot of
and
fun.
then who's coming from out of town?
And then we have a band from Edmonton called Wares, who are really good.
Is that something that
So
people could look up if they wanted to?
Yeah,
like you could check out a YouTube video or something? Yeah. How do you spell it? Wares?
Exactly.
Where's? From where?
Edmonton.
Edmonton, Alberta. Check it out. What else is going on there?
So all of that, and and Drew Armstrong is also going to be playing. But and then I'm going to put out food for the evening. So tickets are $25, and that includes food throughout the evening and all that music.
And all that music.
Yeah.
And the chance just to hang out with some really cool people and have a bit of a reunion to say farewell and to say thank you. To say thank you. And thank you. I want to say thank you. Thanks for coming on the show. Thanks for giving Gore Street that revitalization, that artist's touch, that the combination of what you talk about, social justice. It's all that interconnectivity between the different sectors, entertainment and culture and food security and buying local and fresh and healthy and then being socially conscious as well. I just think you're what we need more of, Nicole Dybel. Good luck in all of your future endeavors.
Thanks,
and you guys, don't miss out on this heck of a party tomorrow. It's a heck of a party. Doors open at 5, goes till closing.
Till we're done.
Goes till we're done. Gore Street Cafe. Thanks to Nicole Dybel, and we'll be back with more Mornings with Luann and Tim right after this.
How
44-year-old Sault Ste. Marie man has been charged with one count of failing to stop for a red light after an accident late yesterday morning. Police say 2 officers and a person in custody were in a cruiser traveling westbound on Wellington when a vehicle northbound on Bruce blew through the red light and collided with a police car. Both vehicles had significant damage. One of the officers and the person in custody were taken to hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. The OPP have confirmed they have recovered the bodies of 2 boaters now who went missing on Whitefish Lake near Wawa last Friday. The deceased males have been identified as 74-year-old Normand Savoie from Wawa and 57-year-old Danielle Savoie from Rouyn-Noranda, Quebec. The city's new chief of police was sworn in at the city council meeting last night. Hughes Stevenson, along with his wife and his staff, were on hand for the swearing in. Stevenson said it's an honor to be the Sioux's new chief. Stevenson taught at the University of Guelph, Georgian College, and Lakehead University. He's worked at 7 different levels with the OPP over 17 years, starting back in August 2001 as Deputy Director Intelligence Section with the OPP Intelligence Bureau. He was most recently the director of the Criminal Intelligence Services Ontario. Mayor Provenzano asked the new chief why Sault Ste. Marie. Stevenson said he's ready to take 31 years of policing into a community where he feels he can make a difference. The 2018 NHL entry draft is now officially behind us, but yesterday the Toronto Maple Leafs announced their 2018 development camp roster, which will see 2 more Hounds joining Leaf draft picks, Rasmus Sandin and Mac Hollowell. Hounds first-year forward Keegan Houdshell and overage defenseman Noah Carroll have both been named to this year's Toronto Maple Leafs development camp roster. The House of Commons Trade Committee will be back at work later today with a special meeting that has one major aim, demonstrating the broad economic pain of the Trump administration's crushing steel and aluminum tariffs. The committee will hear nearly 4 hours of testimony from a dozen witnesses, from representatives of metals and auto companies and their unionized workers. The meeting will bring a number of MPs back to Parliament Hill, uprooting them from their ridings 1 week after they left the capital for the summer recess. The committee chair, Liberal MP Mark Aking, said the meeting represents a show of solidarity aimed at Americans, as well as a chance to measure the negative impact on Canadian and American workers from the tariffs. On Sunday, Canada's $16.6 billion of retaliatory tariffs on steel and aluminum, as well as dozens of U.S. consumer goods, will kick in, sparking what many see as a summer trade war between 2 of the world's most integrated trading partners. Flavio Volpe, the president of the Automotive Parts Manufacturers Association, said the big worry is the possibility that Trump will impose a 25% duty on all cars entering the U.S. The U.S. Commerce Department is investigating the possibility of that tariff, which Volpe said would destroy the economies of several Canadian provinces and U.S. states. A quick reminder from Steelworkers Union Local 2251, members will vote today on their long-awaited contract. The tentative memorandum of agreement was presented to the union members at meetings held on June 20th. The vote will take place at the Royal Canadian Legion starting at 5:30 this morning and 8:30 tonight.
And we are back with Mornings with Luann and Tim. Hi.
Hi.
I found out who was calling me during the last interview.
Are you going to ask them to call you back?
It was my second interview and she was lost on her way here. She was calling for directions, but she made it. Hi.
Can't wait to meet her. She's awesome.
Oh, she's a card.
Yes, she is. Very fun.
Yeah, so.
Awesome that we have a new police chief.
I know.
Sworn in last night at City Council. Apparently, like, major applause.
His name is Hugh Stevenson.
Yes.
I remembered that.
Yes, you did. And he actually taught.
You should see his credentials.
Yes.
Yeah. This guy is there he is. Yeah. He's a doctor. He has his PhD
Yes.
in criminology, and then he likes cyber stuff and forensics. Like this guy's he's been a professor and also a college teacher and major educator in some really cool areas.
I love how our mayor Christian Provenzano last night asked him, after going through all his amazing credentials and his resume, he said, "Why Sault Ste. Marie?" And the new police chief said, "Because I feel like after 31 years of doing what I've been doing, I'm ready to make this community the best that it can be."
Well, that's
Isn't that
nice thing
awesome?
to say, and he wants this to be his home now?
Yes.
I like that.
Me too.
He also taught something called victimology, and I've been in touch, hoping to get him on point for a half hour.
That would be awesome.
I just want to hear about some of the courses that he taught and about that.
Like what is victimology?
I don't know what victimology is, and I'd like to find out. So I hope that you, Mr. Chief Stevenson, will. He already did reply.
Did he?
Yes, like he's going to be on the show.
Awesome.
I just have to figure out when and make sure that I say everything correctly.
Yes.
I don't want to get myself in trouble with the chief of police.
No, you don't want to do that again. That one time was enough, Tim.
You know, people always ask me how I'm doing, and I say, well, as long as I don't see my face in police beat or the obituary, I think I'm fine.
I always said that too.
Did you?
I don't drink and drive because I hate to read about myself in the morning.
Oh, terrible.
Wouldn't that be, wouldn't be good.
Especially in the obituaries.
Yeah, or even DUI or something like that.
Yeah.
You know, hey, I meant to ask you, I think it's probably like 24 hours old now though. Did you see a guy in New York going to work fully suited, like as you are, with a coat on and dress shoes and everything? He was on a paddleboard going across
the
Hudson River. And like this. And he was just like
standing up?
Yes.
In a suit?
A briefcase and everything.
That's crazy.
He did it. He went across because the vehicles were all backed up.
So he paddleboarded across the Hudson?
Paddleboarded across. Like, what do you do if you fall in?
I guess maybe he had to change the clothes at the office, but here's what I'm thinking. That's a really good idea for us.
Yes.
Well,
for you.
The St. Mary's River.
Yes.
You know, if Queen Street's back, if you're leaving a Hounds game.
Yes.
And there's a lot of traffic, just get your paddleboard out and go up the St. Mary's.
Don't go to the tail race part.
No, that we almost got caught in there. I wasn't. My father was never much of a boater. And one time he had my sisters and everybody, and they were trying to get to the locks, but his motor stalled out as they were approaching the locks. So instead of going towards the locks, it took them towards the tail races. And they were going to, and my father, and he's pulling on the thing, trying to get the motor started, and they're headed for the tail races. Fishermen with their lines caught the boat and stopped it. Yes! That's how they stopped the boat from going to the tail races. They managed to get fishermen, and then they could get ropes to the fishermen, and they had to pull them out. It was a big deal.
Holy moly.
Yeah, he was on my sisters were almost turned into pulp.
That's scary.
Yeah.
Just the name of it, tail race.
The tail races.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For the longest time, I didn't know what that meant. So I had Jim show me.
Yeah.
Where is the tail race? And I looked down and I went, oh.
Did you ever take it to the submarine races?
No. What are those, Tim?
That's at Bellevue Park.
Oh, the submarine races. Really?
That was the thing when you were 18. You want to go watch the submarine races?
Oh. I see.
I'm hearing voices in my ear right now.
Yes, I bet you are. Just don't answer. Just don't answer.
Like the corners of my mind. Bellevue Park.
Any excuse to sing this, guys. So who's coming up?
Yasmina Jovanovic.
I love that name.
Yasmina Jovanovic from the Art Gallery of Ontario. Art Gallery of Algoma. Sorry, Yasmina. She's like, no, Algoma. Yasmina is...
What an elegant lady.
Well, it's an elegant name.
Yes.
She's a lot of fun.
You're not supposed to ask people to come and visit and then abuse them.
You might think that art galleries are places where it's pretentious and it's no. Wait until you meet Yasmina Jovanovic.
You'll want to go just
You will want to go just for the show that she puts on, just when you talk to her. She is a bundle of energy. She's so charming and funny, and she's got great passion for the arts.
Yes.
And she's got great ideas. She thinks outside the box. She's turning that art gallery into a really cool hub of activity, not just sort of go around and look at paintings and go, well, you know, it's very interactive. A lot of stuff. So anyway, why am I talking about it? She's going to talk about it when we come on TV.
Could you stop talking about it? We're going to go to commercial break while he stops talking. And when we come back, we're going to have Tim's next guest.
Yasmina Jovanovic, say it.
Yasmina Jovanovic. Coming up right after this break. Stay with us. I did good. Yasmina.
It's the moment we've all been waiting for. It's Yasmina Jovanovic.
Oh, you just love saying that, don't you?
I do. Hi.
Hello.
Nice to see you.
Yes.
Thanks for coming on the show.
Thank you for inviting me.
Well, you're welcome. Now, we met originally, well, I came down to the gallery to do something, but it was bizarre because it was like a party and there was like dinner and stuff, and I thought, who has dinner in an art gallery? I'd never heard of such a thing. But this is the kind of stuff you do.
Yes.
You do themed parties and dinners and
we
cocktail
do
parties and hors d'oeuvres and
the last one was sold out in April 24th or 27th. Now I forgot already.
That's okay. It was
but it was called Art in Bloom.
Art in Bloom.
Yes. So that is an annual event that you're doing now in April to welcome spring.
Yes.
And local artists and florists create floral arrangements inspired by a painting in the exhibition. So we
see, now that's the kind of cool stuff that I know. So they're painting and then the florists recreate?
Yes. And they write a couple of sentences why that painting spoke to them and what did they want to say with their floral arrangement. And they also come to the event and they introduce their piece and people vote. And this year we had 3 best arrangements.
It tied.
Yeah.
Because they were all so good they couldn't decide.
They were all so good.
Beautiful.
And I think every florist in the city participated.
Really?
And the event is the dinner event. We had the Indian food from Rasoi Kitchen. And it was sold out. We had a waiting list. And yes.
Nice work.
It was a lovely evening.
See, this is the kind of stuff I'm talking about. You think an art gallery, you might think, like I said, snobby, pretentious, boring. Not the furthest thing from it. Never, with her, never dull.
And it has to be a happy place.
A happy place?
Yes.
What about when you have sad paintings?
Well,
then it's a reflective place.
Exactly. It's a, yeah, we have an exhibition currently ongoing called Reflections.
Do you?
Yes.
That was a nice segue. I set you up for that one.
There you go.
Hey, so now, where'd you come from, you?
Oh, I came from Winnipeg.
Winnipeg, Manitoba?
Yes.
And you worked at which?
Winnipeg Art Gallery.
The Winnipeg Art Gallery.
For almost 20 years.
Come on.
Yes. And then I decided, sort of like the chief of police, that I should do something different.
Okay.
And I was aiming to move, because I'm an immigrant, so when we first moved to Canada, we lived in Ontario, so I thought, I should go back to Ontario.
Okay.
And
why? And Sault Ste. Marie, because we had an opening?
Yeah, there was an opening, and I also was aiming for a smaller community.
Did you replace Michael Birch?
No.
Who did you replace? Oh no, there was a lady who came in.
No. There was a few people. There was a few people.
Oh, see, now I look dumb.
So anyway, never mind.
You came.
There was a few people.
There was a few people, and then you said, "I'm going to Sault Ste. Marie because they need me."
Well, I didn't think that, but
you needed us.
I was told.
You were told.
I needed.
You were told you were needed, and so you came. And now, how many years?
7 years.
Really?
Yes.
Holy smokes!
Yes,
time flies when you're having fun.
Yes, it does. It does. Yes.
So what's it been like for you coming to Sault Ste. Marie from Winnipeg and also from the former Ukraine was where you...
No, it wasn't Ukraine. It was former Yugoslavia.
Former Yugoslavia. Mm.
Yes.
How old were you when you came to Canada?
About 30.
13?
30.
30?
30.
What was... Wow! That must have been an experience too, right?
It was. It was an experience, trust me.
Okay, that's a whole other show.
Well, yeah, maybe not exactly 30, but late 20s. Yeah.
That's wild.
Yeah,
Your
so
English
I had a life.
Yeah. So now you're in Sault Ste. Marie, and then you come to the art gallery and you go, okay, now what am I going to do with this place?
Yes. So I thought that the place had lots of potential and the whole community has a lot of potential, and that's what attracted me.
Yes.
And I thought also that it was very beautiful.
It is, isn't it? It's a a beautiful building.
And not just the building, the whole setting and the nature.
Oh, on the waterfront and the park beside it.
Yes, so it's important for me where I am, because after all, I work in visual art.
Yes.
So everything visual matters.
What's your background as far as as art goes?
Oh,
did you study?
Yes, I did study, but the first degree that I have is organic chemistry.
Okay, that's a strange.
Yes.
Organic chemistry too.
And then my training in art was in art conservation.
Oh.
And for that you need chemistry.
I see.
So I don't paint, but I can fake it.
That's like me in acting.
Yes.
Yeah.
How about you?
I don't act, but I can fake it.
There you go.
Yeah. So now, okay. So now you're here, and the building is there. And did you have a vision for like the cafe?
I still have a vision.
Was the cafe your idea, or was it already there?
No, it was already there.
It was, eh?
But we definitely need a bigger one.
So this is
it's tiny.
Yes,
and we have this beautiful location. Lots of people, lots of foot traffic.
Yes, along the boardwalk.
Yes,
and the
yes, and the beautiful view, and the ships are going by.
Yes.
All the time. So people just like to sit and relax.
And so one thing I often remark on is the lack of waterfront patios in our city. So you're thinking,
yes,
wouldn't it be nice to have an addition to the art gallery
yes, I am thinking
that included
yes.
a second story
and
rooftop
and the view
patio with a view and food
and art
and art.
And
could you get a license? Could you get wine in there?
Oh yes. Well, all of our events we get license for them. So
wouldn't that be beautiful to have a patio to sit at the art gallery with the art and nature? And I would love that.
Well, I think everybody would.
But first of all, you got to do some other stuff before you do that.
First of all, we have to fix what is the immediate problem.
There's a little immediate problem with some leakage against one wall, and there's a GoFundMe campaign.
Yes.
We're going to talk about that when we come back.
Okay.
So and then we're also going to talk about the event tomorrow. Is it tomorrow?
Yes, no. Tomorrow is Wednesday.
Tomorrow's Wednesday.
Yeah.
You have an event we're going to promote.
Yes.
So stay with Yasmina Jovanovic and Timothy Murphy when we return on Mornings with Luann and Tim, right after this message from our sponsor, darling.
There you go.
Yes. We are back. I'm Tim, and this is Yasmina, and this is Mornings with Luann and Tim, and Yasmina. Okay, so what's coming up? Where do we want to start? The GoFundMe campaign?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, let's talk about that.
All right.
Well, unfortunately, the building is aging, and we have numerous issues.
When was it built?
It was opened in September 1980.
1980.
Yes, and I should definitely give credit to Elsie Savoy.
Elsie Savoy.
And also all the volunteers that worked with her.
Yes.
For many years. The gallery was incorporated in July of 1975. And they didn't have a building, but they started collecting, which is part of our mandate.
So Elsie started fundraising.
Yes.
And she called in all of her friends.
Yes.
And all of her husband's business acquaintances.
Yes, and she was, and she still is, a ball of fire.
You saw her recently?
Yes, I saw her actually last in March. I visited her in Guelph, where she lives now. And she's a wonderful lady.
Yeah, Elsie.
And still full of energy and full of ideas. And very supportive of the gallery. Gallery is still very close to her heart.
Of course. Well,
Yes.
that was her baby. You know, she from the ground. She broke the ground,
Yes,
literally.
she did, and they did an amazing job building this purpose-built gallery at the time.
At the time, but it was.
However,
how many years ago? Yeah.
Yes, and you know, there was always issues with funding, so the gallery wasn't kept probably the way it should have. Anyway, to make the long story short, also the standards have changed in the field. So we have very strict standards. So last year,
when you've got precious art,
yes,
you need to have climate controlled, humidity controlled, right? Everything.
Yes, and certain space is dedicated for certain things.
Gotcha.
So we are running out of space. That's one issue because by now the collection has about 5,000 objects, pieces in it.
Good for you.
So it's a large collection.
Good for us.
Yes, good for Sault Ste. Marie. It's everybody's pride, you know? You should be. And anyway...
so you're running out of space, and on top of that, now you've got...
Last year we had the big building project. We replaced our HVAC system and installed the digital
Tell them how
controls.
much that cost.
Oh, that was, well, hundreds of thousands of dollars.
For the HVAC system in the art gallery, come on, like they need our help. They need our help.
And that is working fine.
Okay.
However, we were happy for about a month. And then the next issue presented itself, and that was the leak on the east wall, outside wall.
The wall that's facing the library?
No, that would be the wall facing the building next door.
The condominiums.
Yes, the condominiums.
That's where it is.
Yes. So.
And it seems like it's coming up.
Well, it shows up on the floor, but that doesn't mean with water you never know. It's hard to detect where it's coming from.
That whole area there that's landfill, right?
Yes.
I mean, that's so there's probably a very high water table there as well. So anyway, the issue is that flooding.
Everything it happened the very last day before the freeze happened and the winter started, and then everything froze and nobody could really work on anything. We had to wait for the warmer weather.
And
of course, Murphy's Law.
It's all my fault now, suddenly.
Murphy's Law was that the spring came late.
Yes.
So everything started, you know, melting, defrosting very late.
Yes.
And the temperatures going higher up. So we are now hoping to, in the next couple of weeks, to start the actual work on repairing the wall. That will include outside work and then also inside work. Meanwhile, Service Master was there and they
did a great job.
Yes, they did. They helped us a lot.
You showed me how they've dried everything up and
they blocked everything off.
Tarped off, like you got art in there and it's...
Yes, and now it's not accessible, so it's very challenging to change exhibitions. We had to cancel some exhibitions, unfortunately, but we had no choice, because we couldn't move the artwork in and out freely as we normally would.
Right. Okay.
So we are
need
hopeful,
funds.
yes, that we will repair this wall for now, but this is not a permanent repair.
This is just temporary for now.
Yes, for a couple of years it will hold, we hope. And meanwhile,
so this is a capital project you're working on.
Yes. So this is to enable us to resume our normal operation in terms of programming and exhibitions.
But you've been told what, that eventually...
We have to rebuild the wall.
Rebuild the entire exterior east wall of the art gallery.
Which is a big wall.
That's Have you considered calling Donald Trump to see?
Yes.
I hear he's really good at building big walls.
Big walls. I think we should actually get his crew.
And here's the best part is, when you build that wall in the art gallery, Mexico will pay for it.
There you go. Wouldn't that be something?
Yeah.
I love your idea. I didn't come up with that one.
All right, so what is the GoFundMe campaign? When are you launching? Is it launched yet?
It has been launched last Thursday, and so far, I didn't check this morning though, because this show is early.
Yeah. Tell me.
But,
I'm sticking my face in ice cubes at 5 o'clock to look this young.
There you go.
I know.
Last evening we were at $1,100.
Okay, that's a start?
Yes, that's a good start.
And how many? And how long?
25,000.
When did it start?
It started on Thursday, so 5 days.
This is good.
Yes.
If you can do $1,000 every 5 days.
Oh yeah, we would be fine.
You'd be fine. Keep it coming.
Yes, and any donation is fine. $5, $10, whatever you can chip in. Every little bit helps.
And you know what else would help? Buying memberships.
Yes.
I bought mine last week.
Exactly. And
you should hear the benefits you get from memberships. Tell them.
Benefits are that you get to come in and out from the gallery anytime for free.
And it's normally, what, $7?
Yes.
Yes, so.
For adults.
Okay,
so
keep going.
Anyway, then you get at any time 10% off in the shop. And we have a beautiful shop.
Beautiful.
And also we have at least minimum 5 or 6 sales per year for members only when we give 20% off. So watch for those.
See? And what do I pay? $25? Is that what I pay?
Yes.
That's it for my membership for a year. So I'm supporting the art gallery, plus I get bonuses.
Yes. And also we have reciprocity with most galleries in Ontario.
That's right, I get to go to other galleries. McMichael?
For free.
I can go to the McMichael for
with
free.
Your membership here.
See?
Not AGO, not National Gallery, but most of the galleries. You're in Hamilton, you can go to Hamilton Art Gallery, which is a beautiful gallery, or Kitchener-Waterloo,
there you go.
Anywhere else.
Okay.
Peterborough.
And then, what's the other thing?
If you attend any classes, and we offer classes for children and adults. So Tim, maybe you haven't tried yet, but
I haven't.
You should.
You have summer classes?
We have summer classes for children only. We have 2 age groups. The young ones come in the mornings and 5 days a week. We have a whole week, themed week, and the afternoons are 10 to 15, age 10 to 15. So I encourage, again, kids, if they are, and parents, if you have some free weeks, please come and join. Some classes are sold out, but we still have space in some, especially for the older group, 10 to 15. So encourage them to, instead of watching playing games and watching TV all the time, maybe they can create a game.
Right on.
We have an animation week there too.
Okay, we have to go to commercial, but we want to talk about tomorrow night.
Yes, we do.
So
yes.
can I get the information for tomorrow night and use that when I say goodbye?
Yes, you can.
Okay, because I got to bring Luann back because it's her show too.
Oh yes, of course.
So thanks to Yasmina Jovanovic, and we're going to come back and tell you about the art gallery event as we wrap up Mornings with Luann and Tim right after this.
Thank you for inviting me.
We'll come back again.
Anytime.
Okay.
Anytime. It's my pleasure.
See that? So Luann, you can imagine how much fun it is to visit the art gallery.
Oh my gosh, I want to be her friend.
Isn't she something?
Yes.
Her energy is infectious.
It is, definitely.
And so what we want to talk about was tomorrow night there is a meeting for members only at the art gallery.
Okay.
And they already have about 20 members signed up. So it's at 7 o'clock at the art gallery. If you're a member and you want to get involved in helping with the fundraising and making decisions about the future of the gallery, the wall issue, all of that stuff, 7 o'clock at the art gallery tomorrow for members. And if you want to take out a membership, go up, get a membership, and go to the meeting. But anyway,
seems like she would be a thinker outside the box type.
You know, that's the thing is she schedules events in there that are so not what but I don't know a lot about art galleries anyway. I didn't do that sort of thing a lot in Toronto, which is kind of ridiculous considering what was down there for me to take advantage of. But anyway, I have been to the art gallery here, and it's a really cool experience. And I love the fact that they not only feature local artists, but also art from all over the country and Indigenous artwork too, gorgeous stuff. So
I might have told you this before. Actually, the art gallery is where Jim and I had our wedding reception.
See, they do all that kind of cool stuff there that I don't think
and it just happened to be
about.
an exhibit of Roberta Bondar's pictures.
Oh, they want
so awesome.
See, now they've got Roberta Bondar stuff there, and they want to have an
permanent,
yes, exactly, of her stuff. So
that's awesome.
Apparently her spacesuit is sitting in a basement somewhere.
Really?
In Sault Ste. Marie, Roberta Bondar. Yeah, they're trying to find a place to put it. We need...
oh my goodness.
I know. Lots of exciting stuff going on as far as arts and culture go in this city.
Okay, admit it. Do you have it in your basement?
Yes. I dress up in Roberta Bondar's spacesuit and I take pictures. And I hang from my clothesline. A zip line.
Your neighbors have already told me. I know.
So that's
what are you doing the rest of the day today?
I think I'm doing taping interviews and stuff for more On Point and Mornings with Luann and Tim.
That's good because that's what you're getting paid for.
I know. What are you doing for the rest of the day?
I'm going to do some interviews and continue to take a close look at news and let you know what's happening.
All right, well, do that. And so stay tuned to ONNtv with Luann and the news and come back and see me On Point tonight. And We will see you tomorrow morning on Mornings with Luann and Tim. Thanks, Sue Ryan Mackey, for watching every day. We appreciate it.
Hi, Sue.
See you tomorrow, folks. Have a
Bye.
great day.